Hello, hello. Today we're going to talk about my initiation when the Spirit chose me and came to me, okay? First and foremost, I was at work a Thursday. No, before that, I was at home the previous day. No, that Thursday morning, I was at home, and several months back or something like that, my husband had given my daughter a gold ring. I mean, a really heavy gold ring, which was real. It was like 14 karat gold, and it was pretty heavy. But the problem with the gold ring is that it was very, very small. The size of it was small, meaning that it fit my daughter, but it's like her pinky finger. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not made to fit on any other finger but the pinky. Okay, and she had since my husband gave it to her, she had put it on her and just in her room. And when I finally found that ring, several months prior, I took the ring and I said, okay, what is this? Why is this ring in your room? She said her dad had given it to her. And then I was looking at it and it said 14 karat gold. And I'm like, okay, it was kind of weird that, her dad would give her this 14 karat gold ring without even letting me know or anything like that. So since I saw that it was real gold and I knew that gold is expensive, so what I did was I took the ring and hid it in my room and put it in my room in my drawer, in my nightstand. Now, one Thursday, or around September of 2021, okay? On a Thursday, I just felt like I need to wear that ring. Basically, all of it, eventually I realized that it was the Holy Spirit leading the whole situation, okay? But when the stuff was happening, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know. But a Thursday, I was feeling the urge to take the ring and to wear it. Okay, so I took the ring. I tried to put it on my wedding finger, but it wouldn't quite go all. It would just stop like at the tip of my finger. But then I just felt like I need to wear it that day. So when I see that it wouldn't fit on any of my other fingers, so I put it on the pinky. It went in on my pinky finger, but it was pretty tight. But that didn't stop me. I just felt like and then even my daughter said, why you want to wear it? And I say, I just feel like I have to wear it. That's what I told her. I feel like I have to wear it, but not knowing the reason for that. Now, when I got to work that day, a whole bunch of spiritual things started happening to me, but I could not quite understand at the time what was going on. It's been I did some audio about it after it happened, so I have more the details on that audio, on that voice audio. But right now, there's a few small details I might be forgetting, like not remembering as I'm doing this video. But when I was at work, some weird stuff was happening to where I was realizing that the spirits was making me realize that my job, the job that I had at the time was well, it's called the Parts House, which is a auto parts place where they sell all kinds of parts for cars and stuff like that. And I was a puller, where I would go find the part number and pull them, and so for the drivers to go deliver or for the people that come to buy. So Spirit made me realize that the location, that building, the whole building, it's a big building. The building itself was set up as the periodic table. And the only reason why I knew that and I understood that is because I had previously been studying the periodic table. There was some stuff that the Spirit had already shown me about the periodic table, which one day I will share with you my findings. What the Spirit told me about the periodic table. But I was it made me realize that the building was set up like the periodic table, and then they had just recently added some codes on the different sections of the place, and they are set up exactly like the periodic table. So then Spirit was making me see, the letters A through F. The letters were A through F, and then everywhere I saw A, it was showing that like that section would be my name, Annalie, and E would be Ellison, which is my dad, and then C was my brother. There's just a whole bunch of stuff, but that details is not too important right now, especially for you guys. But and then I guess this video, since I can't keep the videos long, I'm just gonna make this video this is about my initiation. The initiation part is kind of long, so I thought this beginning was not going to be long, but it's part of it. Okay, anyway, let's continue. And then something else happened to where I don't remember exactly what happened, but what I noticed was that the light, there might have been a thunder outside, but I have it on the audio, because I had to record the information right after it happened so that I wouldn't lose the information, because stuff like that happens where if you don't write it down, you might forget later on. But I'm thinking, just like that, without any signs or anything like that, I'm thinking there was a thunder that happened like just quickly, or was it a lightning or something like that? There was a thunder. Either way, right after that happened, the lights at the building was flickering, like, kind of like as if somebody was messing around with the lights. But my spirit kind of like made me believe that it was the spirits applauding me for something that I did. I can't remember exactly what happened, or something that I did. I need to go back and listen to that audio I might have to redo this video. Or I might have to just add on to it later. Add on, do another video about it. Or not, but maybe that part is not too important. Okay, but anyway, let's continue. And then the other stuff that happened to me, I started texting my sister there's a lot of different little things that happened to me at work on that day, to the point where it was not too easy for me to concentrate, because what I had to do is find numbers, the part numbers at the place, but it was not easy for me to concentrate. So basically I was not as fast as I usually be in finding those things, because I was also dealing with this situation that was happening to me. Then I remember I text, I was feeling some kind of way, like joyous and in some kind of way, to the point where I text my my sister, and I said Jesus is here. Okay, and then my sister said, what are you talking about? I don't understand. I said, I wish I could call you right now to talk to you, but I can't because I'm at work and I'm not even supposed to be on the phone and stuff. So that's what I said back to her on the text. And then I kept working, and I kept getting information and stuff like that. And then I remember texting her again. I was just feeling overwhelmingly joyous and stuff at one point, to where I texted her again, and I said, Jesus, I said, God is a genius. I said, God is a genius. Okay? And then she just texts back and said, I don't understand. What are you saying? What are you talking about? Okay, and then I said, okay, I texted her back and said, we'll talk later. All right, now, so the rest of the whole day was just weird for me, and stuff like that. And then after I stopped texting my sister and stuff like that, other stuff was coming to me, and then to the point where I start getting vision about my husband, right? The vision I got was that I see that he was gonna be taken, like he was gonna be taken out of this world, like die and stuff like that. But I also saw that it was not going to be just him. It was going to be his daughter and her husband as well. And then, for some reason, the previous few days, she had texted me. She had texted us to ask if she had texted me to ask if I would watch her children for her, because her and her husband was finna go celebrate his birthday, out of town. But when I got that vision about that my husband gonna be taken, and her husband, somehow the spirit kind of showed me that the reason why she asked me that is because when she leaves, she was not going to be coming back, so the kids was going to end up staying with me. So with me saying yes, I would keep the kids, was kind of like what I got in my spirit was that with me saying yes to that was like kind of like confirmation that okay, when she passed, I was gonna keep her children and take care of them. But the spirit made it clear to me that my husband was gonna pass, and also her daughter and her daughter's husband when they go on that trip. Okay, so the whole thing, I was at work, so the whole thing was when I got that feeling, that information, the whole thing was bothering me, and yeah, my day that day was very, very difficult. So finally at 5 o'clock when I got off work, I came home. My spirit was troubled, and so as soon as I walked in, my husband's always in the garage working out. As soon as I walk in, he could tell something's wrong, and then so he asked me what's wrong. I just told him, I said, we need to have a family meeting later. Okay, so because he had seen how I was, he already could tell something's wrong. So the whole time after I told him that his spirit was troubled, without even knowing what I was gonna say, his spirit was troubled to the point where his workout didn't work out right. Basically, his workout kind of got disrupted. So after a while, after about an hour, I went inside the house and did what I needed to do and stuff like that. But I had removed the ring out of my hand, but I don't remember when I removed it off my hand. It could have been when I got home, but it could have been before that. But I'm kind of thinking it was when I got home. I took it off and put it away. All right, so around 7 o'clock Thursday night, it probably wasn't even 7 yet. It probably was around 6 something, where because my husband couldn't continue working out, and I was in the kitchen. Normally I was cooking and stuff, dinner for the kids and stuff like that. He came inside and told me he couldn't work out. So he's like, what is it that you want to talk about? I said, not now. It's something we all need to sit down and talk about. Oh my God, he started getting irritable. Okay, it's stuff starting to be messed up with him, to where he's like, I don't want to wait till later. What is it that you want to say to me? But when I see that he didn't want to wait, I really felt like it's something we all needed to sit down and so I can figure out exactly how I'm going to tell it and how, what we're going to try to do about it. It's something that needed to be worked out, to be talked out, to be figured out, what to do in order to prevent this. When he see that I kept saying that, so he was getting more irritated. Then he said, I want to know right now. I was like, okay, well, if you want to know right now, I'm gonna mention it, but I don't feel like this is the way. But he kind of changed it a bit and said, now be careful what you say to me. Like, like he was saying it in a mean way, but at the same time he was like, kind of like, it almost like he was scared, like as if he know what I was gonna say, but he was scared. And then also, so he was like, he kept saying, I'm gonna tell you right now, be careful what you say to me. Sorry for laughing and stuff. It's just the way he did it. I was trying to do it like that, but I couldn't do it just like him. But anyway, he said, be careful what I say to him. So that also kind of made me scared a little bit too, because of the way he said that. Somehow, some way, I was able to still kind of tell him, not exactly how I wanted to do it, because how I wanted to do it, I thought would have helped the situation to the point where, we would come to a conclusion together. Oh my God, when I told him, I said, I had a bad feeling today. I'm feeling like you gonna, pass and stuff like that. And then he started, just talking and said, you're not gonna come here and trying to, put a death wish on me. Not necessarily that. He said something like, you're not gonna come here and tell me I'm gonna die, this and that. What I said, it's not that I'm trying to get you to die or anything like that. It's not that. It's just the feeling that I got today that's what's gonna happen to you. But yeah, he was very mad and stuff like that. And then he actually told my daughter, he said, I'm sorry, but like goodbye. Basically, he was saying goodbye to my daughter, and my daughter started laughing. I mean, crying, and then that was that. But so then everybody that night went to bed. We all went to bed. While I was in bed, no, actually, we went to bed, but he went to sleep in the master bedroom like always, and I went to sleep in my daughter's room, which was opposite of our master bedroom. I went to sleep with my daughter in the room, and somehow I still had the ring in my hand. Yeah, somehow I still had the ring in my possession. So we went. I was laying down in my daughter's room with her. He was in his room. My son was in his room that night. And while I was in the room, it's almost as if, I guess I had a real deep intuition at the time where it's almost like I could hear his thoughts, but not all of it, not all the time. It just there's a few stuff about him that I can hear. It's like I heard, like it's almost like I heard him thinking that he's gonna go live with his cousin. Here's how it went. I heard. I guess here's how I heard it. It's like he said, I guess I have nowhere to go. I guess the only place I can go is to go live with my cousin. So then I heard him say, tomorrow I'm gonna contact my cousin to see if I can live with him. That's what I heard, and then automatically I felt like that was him. That was him thinking that. I don't know how I knew that. It's not like he was talking or anything like that, but I guess my intuition picked up on that, that he was thinking that. Okay, so but that was that. Then what else happened? Okay, then that night while we was, it was night or whatever, we was laying down or whatnot, I started feeling like spirits, the spirits was like pushing me to put the ring on, right? There was like, like I was feeling a lot of pressure to put on the ring. I don't know how I had it in my possession. It must have been in my pocket or something. There was pressuring me to put the ring on, okay? Which was kind of weird. But when I felt that pressure, I just knew I had to put it on. So instead of putting so I put it back in my pinky finger, right? I put it back on my pinky finger. When that happened, I saw my husband. As soon as I put it in my pinky finger, like I did that morning, he automatically rushed to the room, to my daughter's room where we was laying, and he opened the door like with a mean face. He opened the door. And it's like in my spirit, I could tell that he was ready to punch my daughter. Poof, to punch her like, and to non-existence is what I'm trying to say. Okay, the main reason for why I saw it like that, it was that my husband is a Libra and an air sign, right? Air. my daughter is a Gemini. She also is an air sign. So I got 2 air signs in my house. So she's an air, I'm an air. And actually, that day before, when we was talking, when I was telling him the story about how I felt like he was gonna pass, there was a situation where I ended up saying it was a choice between my daughter and him, and then I said I chose my daughter. I don't know why I said it, but I said it. Okay, so like I said, that night when the spirits was pushing me to put the ring on my finger, when I put it on the pinky, my husband would rush automatically. He just come to the room, and it seemed my spirit was letting me know that he was ready to punch. I mean, he came to the room, but he was at the door. He didn't come in or nothing like that, but my spirit was telling me that he was ready to punch my daughter into what's the word? Out of existence, because she's air also. Okay. So as soon as my spirit was feeling that, I took the ring off. Okay, I took the ring off, and when I took it off, nothing else happened. But then my husband left. He turned around and went back to his room. Okay, then I would start feeling the urge again to put the ring on. It's like it was a thing where I had to put it on. It's like there was no option. There was no other option. I had to put it on. It's like I had to make a choice that night. Is what was going on with that. And okay, so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna put it on that pinky ring. Let me try a different finger. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. I said, okay, let me try a different finger. So I put it on the index, on my index, but even though it couldn't go all the way, it was like on the tip of my index. So when I put it there, then my daughter starts saying it would like do something to her. Then she said, Mom, it's time to call grandma or auntie. Okay, so I'm like ignoring her and stuff, but my spirit letting me know everything that's going on at the time this whole scenario is going on. So with my daughter saying it's time to call grandma or auntie, basically her spirit was trying to get me to transfer whatever it was that was going to come to her, to transfer it to my grandma, her grandma or her auntie. But technically later on I came to realize that with the ring charging me to put it on like this, it's basically somebody was supposed to die. Okay, the scenario I got from the whole thing. Somebody was supposed to die, and I was the one who was in control of who it was going to be. Technically it was supposed to be my husband, but the whole time I was trying to figure out how not to let it happen. You understand what I'm saying? How not to let it happen. So then when that night when I saw that happened, when I put it on the index, my daughter trying to transfer the energy to my mother or my sister, which is her grandma and auntie. So when my spirit realized that, I took it off. I took the ring off, but I was still feeling the pressure to put it on. So every time I took it off, I was trying to figure out what finger do I put it on, because his was going on with the situation. Actually, for the situation with my husband, when I kept feeling that pressure, I put it back on the finger, on this pinky again. Every time I put it on the pinky, I think I did it 3 times. every time I put on the pinky, my husband would rush into the room like mad, ready to do something. So technically, the ring had some kind of power that was controlling the reaction of my husband and my daughter, and also my, that was controlling me as well, because it was trying to get me to make a choice. Okay, to make a choice. So I put it there. When I put it there, my husband come in and looked like he's ready to knock out my daughter. And then when I put it on the index, my daughter was trying to transfer the energy to my grandmother, to my mother, or my sister. But somehow I didn't even think to put it on the middle finger or the ring finger this time, or the thumb. I think I thought about the thumb, but I didn't do it. But either way, it was too small to fit on any of those other fingers. So I kept feeling the pressure. The pressure kept getting harder and harder. And let's get to, let me do a part 2 on this. This video is getting a little bit long. I'll do a part 2 to finish this up, because I have a lot more to say. And I don't want this video to not be able to load, because I've always had trouble loading videos to YouTube. So I'm gonna stop this right now, and then I'm gonna do a part 2 to the rest of it. You want to hear the part 2 because it is also interesting. Okay, there's a lot of interesting part about part 2. So we'll do a part 2 to this later. Have a nice day.